that second year I came in, I was like, all right, there's gonna be no doubt. I'm gonna be all pro. I'm gonna do all this. I had a slow 4 games. First start in the 4 games. I had 1 sack in the first 4 games, and in that 4th game again, bro, the exact same day I tore my high school one. 7 years later, tore my ACL again in that 4th game, and
that's crazy.
yeah, and
the
same exact
7
day.
years later.
Crazy.
7 years later.
And it had a 7 on your knee.
A 7.
So yeah, so check this out.
Luck.
So check this out. I was looking down because so my first incision was right here. Because I was young, they went through my hamstring, went all the way up here, and usually people get ACL surgery is like down here.
It's just straight down the
Yeah,
knee.
so that was my second one. So my first one like that, and my second one like that, and I tore my ACL on the same 7 days apart. And I looked down on my scar one day, I'm like, yo, what is that? It makes a 7. Like it looks like a 7. So I'm
That's
like, hold
crazy,
on,
but 7 is the number of perfection.
that's what I'm saying. And that, as I'm going through my rehab process, I noticed that. I noticed like, okay, all this, and that's kind of what pushed me on my second one because I knew I got through my first one and all the things that happened off my first one. I got to college. Wasn't able to go to college. Was able to make it to the NFL. Was able to inspire so many people. I was like, all right, this is all it is again. I just got to do it all over again.
Everyone after me, like what happened before this. I cannot ignore this. There's never good mornings. So whenever the sun hides, I'll be ready for fun time. Like that one time, my cousins and I, Michelle, Autumn, and Zazie got lit at that mansion party. I mixed Henny and vodka. My stomach was tripping, but bet I was litty. See, I got a lot of youth in me. I'm maybe 27, but know that I'm hella silly. I'm ready to turn on whenever. If you with me, you better forget all your problems, cause tonight we about to go harder. Just prepare for hangover tomorrow.
Shout out to our partner, Obsidian, by Magma Capital Funds.
They're a hedge fund built exclusively for current and former professional athletes. Obsidian works hard to change the investing game for all athletes.
They strive to perform well in all environments, just like you. What's up, everybody? You're now tuned into the Law Athlete Podcast. We got law number 5, never let a setback keep you from coming back. It's a lot of things that we want to talk about today, but first let's all introduce everybody that's here today.
Yeah, so my name is Tykera Carter. Everybody calls me that for the most part.
And I'm Ced McFadden.
Hold on, why
bands. You gotta do that over.
No. We gonna keep it like. Why did you say Ced McFadden?
I don't know. But yeah. Ceddy Bands.
But look though,
Ceddy Bands.
Where Ceddy Bands come from, Ced?
Man, they came from college, bro. I don't know. They just saw me getting a lot of like shoes. I was a sneakerhead in college, so they all thought I had bands, but I was like, nah, it's just the checks coming in.
Yeah.
From the school.
Sound like a finesse.
Something like that.
That's what
I roll with it though.
Yeah.
Bando, Ceddy Bands, Bando. I like it.
Bando.
Yeah.
Oh, he like trapping out the bando?
Nah, let's not get that confused. Ew.
All right, so look, man, we got a special guest here today, Bradley Chubb, man. You know what I'm saying? First round draft pick, number 5 draft pick, actually, in the 2018 draft. Man, that's what's up, bro. Philanthropist, got his own foundation, the Chubb Foundation. 2-time Pro Bowler. My man is a great person, got great character, been through a lot. And we just appreciate having you today, man, just to speak on your story and really just uplift the people that are going to be tuning in.
No doubt, man. Appreciate y'all having me for sure.
Yeah, man. So, first of all, how was your flight here, bro?
It was quick. I mean, I fell asleep. It was only an hour and a half. I was asleep the whole time. As soon as I touched the seat, I was out. So
Yeah, you was out. Hey,
Yeah. We was actually on the same flight.
that's the crazy part. They was
on the
actually
same
on the
flight.
same flight. I called Ced. I say, did you find him? He said, nah, man, I was in the back.
I was in the back. I was in the last seat.
Hey, I'm flying coach. I'm like, dang, bro. Like, where he at? I'm like, all you got to do is find a big dude, bro. That's all you got to do. He's like, man, I don't see him, bro. Like,
I was out there hiding.
yeah. Dang, man, that's what's up, bro. So, let's go ahead and talk about, your whole process. First of all, we introduced you as Bradley Chubb. Do you even want people calling you Bradley, bro?
I mean, that's my name. My mom gave me that name. My father gave me that name. I love the name Bradley, but mostly everybody I real close with that I talk to on a daily basis, they call me Chubb.
Yeah, because I know we called you Chubb. I ain't never ever called you Bradley before.
Nobody calls me Bradley unless I'm in trouble. My mom, my dad, you know what I'm saying, coaches and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's not a good thing.
Not a good thing, yeah. I usually go by Chubb for sure.
Don't call you Bradley.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
when your mother call you, she be like, how she do it? She be like, Bradley.
Bradley. Like, just say it like that.
Bradley.
Real quick. I'm like, all right, I already know what's up.
Yeah. Like, what you ain't wash the dishes or something?
Something. Yeah, I ain't taking the trash, wash the dishes. I ain't do something that I was supposed to do.
Hey, that's good, man. You got some great parents, bro. You got some great
Appreciate
parents.
you.
But then I see you got astronaut on your Instagram.
Yeah, man.
Like, first of all, how that work? Because you know, on Instagram, it's so hard to get a username, and you got astronaut. Like, who in the hell did not want to have the name
Pay
astronaut?
for your name.
I didn't pay for it. My agency actually paid for it. Like when I was
okay.
coming out
That's
into the
cool.
draft and stuff, they
I
surprised me
was
with
honestly, I was 100% joking when I said that.
it. Oh no. Nah, they surprised me with it because it was like Astro Chubb before, and the day of the draft, I looked on Twitter. I was like, "Whoa, what does that say?" And it said astronaut. I was like, "Oh,
Where'd that come
appreciate
from?
that."
Astronaut.
So like growing up, my mom used to say, "I love you to the moon and back," and my brother used to call himself an astronaut, and then the rapper Future, you know what I'm saying, calling himself an astronaut.
You was
that's-
cranking Future
Yeah.
before this
That's
the
my
whole
favorite
time.
rapper. So you know, I just
Shout out
took-
to Future.
yeah,
Shout out to Future.
I just took that upon myself and
are
started
you
calling myself the
toxic?
astronaut. Not at all. Not at all. I'm the sweetest guy you ever meet. I'm not toxic at all. I just like to, you know what I'm saying, listen to the toxic music. You feel me?
Oh my gosh, he like to listen to the toxic music, but it ain't toxic. I can't believe it. See, great guy. So hold up. By any chance, how much did that username cost? Because that's a universal.
They ain't tell me. So I don't even know, bro.
Probably about $1 million.
Nah, I don't think that much.
That's
Not that
actually
much.
for a name.
No.
It might have been.
All right, 200 bands.
Nah,
I'm
it
thinking
might-
200.
It might have been like 5,000.
5.
Yeah, I don't think it was
For a name?
nothing more.
Bro. You know how people, first of all, people be tripping with these
they
Instagram
do.
names. Like, as soon as somebody have a kid and they think they about to get famous, oh yeah, immediately. Let me go ahead and grab that Instagram name so they can pay me off. I'm charging about 100 bands.
Damn.
No, I'm playing.
Make sure I don't do
I
business
ain't
with
even
you.
gonna do it like that. I ain't gonna do it like that.
Absolutely.
I ain't gonna do it like that. They be buying domain names and all that just so they can resell it.
Yeah, I
That
know
starting
the
price,
domain
100,000.
names and stuff.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Dang, God
I don't
dang.
think you're gonna sell it then if you starting at 100,000.
So yeah, man, let's go ahead and talk about like your whole process. Even, you know, just starting up with high school, where you from, bro. Like, you know, let people really get to know who you are.
Yeah, so I'm from Marietta, Georgia. You know, grew up like 30 minutes outside of Atlanta. To my mom and dad, got an older brother that played football as well. My dad played he played at UGA, and he played for the Patriots and the Packers for a year each. And so like growing up, football was like, you know what I'm saying, what me and my brother knew we wanted to do. Had football, like my dad's jerseys all over the place, and seeing that coming up, be like, oh yeah, I want to be on that level. I want to do that. And so my brother was the first to go. Went to Wake Forest, and I was a sophomore when he went off to college. So I spent my freshman year with him. I was a scrawny kid. I was maybe 5'9", 160, you know. And then,
So you hit a major growth.
yeah, I hit a major growth spurt my sophomore year. So, I was 5'9", 160, playing running back. And I was like, man, this is not for me. I was getting hit. Everything was hurting. I was like, yeah, I'm going to start playing linebacker. And that's why my brother and my dad played
So
too.
you wanted to hit people.
Yeah, I wanted to hit people.
wanted
Getting
to
hit,
be
not
that
fun
person.
at all. And so sophomore year, still kind of small and starting to come into my own. Like I said, I was being called Chubb all the time, but my brother was being called Chubb too. So I was always Little Chubb. And growing up, that was my first time like being not Little Chubb. So I was starting to come into my own Chubb,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, in a sense. And
Chubb 2.0.
Chubb 2.0.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No
And so,
disrespect to your brother.
And so, I mean, my sophomore year was doing the whole JV and varsity thing, and that junior year was supposed to be like that. And that next year I was gonna pop and get all the offers and stuff. I got up to like 6'2", started weighing like around 200 pounds and stuff. So I was like, all right, yeah, this is it. Outside linebacker, I'm gonna do it. Started having a good year, you know what I'm saying? Played 4 games, and then it's crazy, man. I actually jumped up on one of my teammates making a play, landed wrong. Felt my knee pop a little bit. I was like, all right, that ain't nothing. And then got up, tried to do the next play, and I tried to stick it in the ground and just popped again. I was like, yeah, something wrong. So that was my first ACL tear back in 2012. Yeah, 2012. Went through that, man, and kind of was down on myself. 'Cause you know, that's that junior year is the year you're supposed to pop and get the offers and stuff like that. And I remember, man, I got the news. I was, 16? I started bawling, crying. Because when you hear ACL at that age, you like, man,
Yeah,
it's
you
over with.
automatically
Like,
like,
I'm
damn,
done.
it's
I'm
over.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
it's
football stuff
over
not gonna be
before
for
it got
me. Yeah,
started.
exactly.
Yeah.
So that really hit a toll on me, and then I just had my mom in my corner, and my mom and my dad really just pushing me and making sure that I had my head on straight. And even if football didn't work out, I had something to do. You know what I'm saying? I was gonna be in those books and make sure I got to college, do what I had to do. And so I started hitting the rehab process, going crazy. And then I remember around March of 2013, I went up to Mississippi State. Like, it was like a long shot. I just went up there to go on a junior day and see the coaches, meet everybody, just trying to get my face out there. And I remember Coach Collins, Jeff Collins, he's at Georgia Tech now. He was like, hey, Bradley, you have any offers to anywhere? I was like, nah, not right now. I mean, I ain't really play that much. And he was like, well, here to tell you Mississippi State is going to be your first one. I was like,
Man.
Wow.
What?
I'm jumping up and down. I'm calling my mom. I'm finna commit right now. Like, I'm
Yeah, you
No.
might not do that.
yeah. Everybody's like, yo, chill. It's gonna come, smoke gonna come. So when that one came, I was like, all right, I'm still in the rehab process. Now I'm gonna turn it up even more. I know I could do it. I know I could get on that level. My brother already showed me that he could get on that level, so I know I could do it too. So I just started killing that rehab process. The offers kept coming in, and then on my birthday, going into my senior year, I end up the week before I got the NC State offer. No, 2 weeks before I got the NC State offer. And then I was chilling up there. I went with my dad, fell in love with it. And then I was like, yo, Dad, I think this is where I want to be. He was like, all right, I feel you, but let's make sure your mom approve of it first.
Right.
So we went back to Atlanta, came right back that next weekend. I was like, Mom, look at it. Like, this, it got everything I want. This is this. I'm only an hour away from my brother because he was at Wake Forest. And my mom was like, I mean, if this is what you want to do, this is what you want to do. So I said, boom. So on my birthday, I committed. We actually committed on the same day. Me, you, and Justin.
You know what's crazy? My dad, so like you committed before me, and my dad was like, "Hey, look, I don't know what you're gonna do, but he committed. So if you're gonna do it, you need to go ahead and do it." I was like, "Man, bump it."
And my dad did the same thing because Justin committed, and then Contavious had committed like a little bit before. I was
Exactly.
like, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, we gotta go ahead now because at that point I probably had 14, so I'm like, all right, let me go ahead. Decision because we can't be waiting too long.
Yeah, you can't be waiting too long.
It ain't like because
we
was like 3 stars.
Yeah,
so it's like we can't just be waiting.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
I wasn't going. You know what I'm saying, get 5 stars out of nowhere. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna pull the trigger on NC State. Fell in love with it. Had that senior year. Did, you know what I'm saying? Did what I had to do and all-star games and all that. And then went to NC State and just. Remember, I didn't even want to play DN, bro. I had one practice with Coach Nielsen. I was over it. I was like, hey, yo, let me go to linebacker, middle linebacker. This seemed like it's much easier. And, yeah, I'm going to just kick it over here. His practice is way too hard. He doing too much.
Yeah, Coach Doran picked your ass up.
Yeah. And then, what's it called? I went to Coach Hucks, which was, I didn't know at the time, 10 times worse than Coach Nielsen.
Right.
And I didn't know linebacker. I was struggling. in school doing all this and, like, just living that freshman life. You know what I mean? It's not really knowing my way. And then I remember I had a talk with Coach Nelson. He was like, I don't know why you even left the defensive line. You might as well come back. You need to start getting your head on straight. And he just like really had a man-to-man with me. And that was about the same time my brother was like starting to get ready for the NFL as well. So I was like, I mean, my brother was my inspiration for everything. You know what I mean? So I saw him starting to like how he focused and locked in and did everything he had to do to make it to that next level. I was like, so all right, so if I want to do this, I really got to start doing it. And so I went to DN that spring. And then just took off from there, bro, and had the junior year, could have left and wanted to stay and do something special with you guys and stuff like that, and had the senior year, end up going number 5, and now I'm in the league, bro, just living the dream that, you know what I'm saying, I always thought I would, so it's dope for sure.
That's tough, bro.
Yeah, that sounds like a cool process, and then going through an ACL tear at 16 years old, that's tough, but thank God for, like, the doctors and stuff that we have today, because, you know, if this was few years earlier, you don't know how well you would have potentially recovered. Exactly. So I feel like there's a blessing in everything in a sense. But going into NC State, knowing that you weren't a big recruit and stuff like that, you know, 3 stars is still good, but there's other schools where, you know, you got the Alabamas every year, Clemson, who's in your conference and stuff like that. What was your mindset about the program and how you could help contribute and turn it around?
When I first got there, honestly, I just saw like the group of guys we had, and I knew it could be special, but I didn't really realize how special it was to like that year 3, year 4. Cause like that first year, like I said, I was just being a freshman, just not doing my schoolwork, just always doing like what I wasn't supposed to be doing and not handling my business on or off the field. And so that sophomore year, I kind of like started getting a little bit more focused. I still wasn't like there. And then when I saw that the success I was having on the field and how it could take me to like to living these dreams, I started like, all right, we got something special here. Like we had in our class 7 draft picks, and then the year after that 6 draft picks. It's just like, all right, we got this talent. We might as well put it to use. We might as well all bond together and do something special that ain't never been done at NC State. And unfortunately, we didn't win the 10 games, 11 games, but we were a force to be reckoned with for sure. We had Louisville
Exactly.
We had Clemson on the roads. We beat Louisville, beat Florida State. So, I mean, we built that culture, and it was dope just to see how that class that we had, we still got the pictures of the official visit on my phone and how we all just transitioned together.
How y'all come together? My bad. How y'all come together, though?
Like, in what sense?
Had to weed people out.
Weed people out?
Yeah. Are you talking about like while we were there? Yeah. Weed people out, and I feel like when you got people who got the same mindset and all want to achieve the same goal, y'all gonna bond together regardless. Like,
and the coaches, like they was, like I said, they was trying to like get the people out. Like if you was doing drugs or if you was smoking around, and my thing is, you know, you got the players that be doing that, but like they producing on the field, so like they going, you know, it's college,
get a
bro.
little bit more leeway.
Yeah,
like,
but if
we're
you
gonna
ain't
work with you a little bit more because of what you are going to do for me on the field. But if you're not doing anything for me, and
you got to
go, you gotta go.
You got.
That's where I was at my freshman year, and almost like I was just not doing anything on the field or off the field.
But they expect that from us, though.
Yeah,
like when you're a freshman, like, and I think when you come into college as a freshman and you are a student athlete, they make it extremely hard because they know that you coming into a different environment, and now you like this young adult now. So you're going to make decisions that's not going to be good for you, but they got to like beat it in your head now. Like, hey, look, you can't do that. Like, you got to treat yourself like a professional so you can do what you need to do and be successful outside of this.
And I feel like going through those mistakes help you learn too. Like,
exactly.
They want you to kind of mess up just so you can see like that's not where you're supposed to be.
Right.
And I feel like that was a huge part of my growth is like seeing what it could have been and you know what I'm saying where I am now.
Exactly.
So I don't know the numbers to this, so I wanted to ask you, do you know how many people per roster each year makes like the jump to the NFL, and how many people start like as 3 stars and then can go on and make a team going forward?
I don't know the exact
numbers. Because it sounds
numbers.
like you didn't really play like much your freshman year.
I didn't play at all my freshman year. I played special teams. I had the maximum snaps I had in the game was probably like 6 in the game.
Right.
So
I feel like the growth process in football, more so than basketball, is my comparison that I'm making, is like crazy.
Yeah, for sure. Like I feel like it is easier to make that jump for basketball players to go from high school to the NBA. In football, it's like so much that goes into it because you got to develop your body, you got to develop your mind for the game plans and stuff like that. Basketball, I feel like, not knocking anything that they do, but it's easier for a 19-year-old to compete against a 33-year-old when they're not like physical contact, they're not hitting each other, they're not tackling, bringing each other to the ground. I feel like that's just an easier transition. So
you definitely got to develop like physically, but also mentally too. Like it's a lot of elements that go into just playing football. You know, you can even speak on this, like, but you know, in my opinion, I feel like one person can really win a basketball game.
On the basketball
like
court.
they could take the ball the whole damn time and like I'm gonna bust these threes, knock them out. But like in football, you need everybody to be doing their job because like it's a game of inches. So it's like if one person mess up and y'all get multiple penalties, that's gonna lead you to a loss. You know what I'm saying? Like, so everybody needs to play their role. You know what I'm saying? But both sports is still hard. You know what I'm saying?
It's still hard to make, for sure.
It's still hard. You know what I'm saying? No doubt. But like, so we talked about you like getting drafted. What was the process like for those people that's never been drafted or want to get drafted in the first round? Like, what's that process like? 'Cause I don't think people know what go on behind the scenes. They just see you come up and hold the number 1 jersey and everything. Oh, shits and giggles. But
so it really started like we ended December 26th of that last year, and then that next day I went and saw my family, kicked it with them for a while, and then by January 1st I was out in San Diego at the time training, getting ready for the combine, and that in itself is like a whole like different thing. You working out 3 times a day, trying to get your body right, trying to get faster, get stronger, and you do that from January to all the way to March when the combine is, and when the combine hits, that's probably the worst 3 days of your life because they keep you up, bro, from literally 7 a.m. to 3 a.m. Just doing like meetings, physicals, and stuff like that. People, you see the combine, people running fast, like no, but behind the scenes is the worst 3 days of your life. Like it's probably, you know what I'm saying, it's the honor to get there, but it's the worst 3 days of your life. They make it hard for you on purpose because they want you to do all that, the meetings, and stay up late and still perform on the field just to see how you react to it and see like what type of person you are. So that part was the hardest of everything. And then after that, you got pro day at your school and stuff. And after that, you start
They
going
tried
on.
to kill y'all.
Yeah, do you remember that?
I saw that.
I broke my finger there. You know that,
They
right?
was literally trying to kill you. You broke your finger a couple of times. You broke your finger at the Boston College game.
Yeah.
I mean, you really.
Have you been breaking the same finger?
It was
like,
so
what do you mean?
I dislocated this one in the game, and then I broke this one.
Bruh,
pro
his
day.
finger was like,
It was
it
to the
looked like
side.
a right angle.
I don't do
I'll show
that.
you a
the
picture
Boston
after this.
College
It was
game.
right here. This part was right here. It was crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah,
They tried to kill y'all.
They tried to kill us, bro. And the thing
I
is,
think
I
I
didn't
asked
do
y'all, did
everything.
y'all want some water?
I didn't even do everything that everybody else did. I just did the position work, and it was supposed to be 15 minutes, bro. It was an hour and a half.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be 15
They
minutes.
literally was trying.
Hell no.
They tried to make sure they found out everything they need to find out about them
single thing.
physically at that pro day, and it was packed. I mean, all 32 teams was damn near there, and they were trying. It was like the Ravens. One of the guys from the
Yeah,
Ravens.
the Ravens, Chargers, Dolphins,
He was trying
like just trying to kill us. Bro.
He
I'm
was
like,
trying
bro,
to kill him.
What was the hardest
out.
part?
that it was 4 of us, and we had to just go rapid fire.
Nah,
rapid
y'all
fire.
had Monty, but
Yeah,
he
it was 5 of us. But
He was a breather.
yeah, he was going a little slower, so it was
Yeah,
a breather,
yeah.
but. It was because we were all supposed to be getting drafted high, like within the first 3 rounds. So like they wanted us to show that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like you deserve it.
Yeah,
Back
like,
on the show.
like show us that what we've been saying on film is true. I mean, we like, man, so they just like 30 drills, rapid fire, and like Tay said, like people coming up to us like, y'all want water? Like we're not getting no break,
We
no
trying to
nothing.
slide the water to
Yeah,
him.
they like trying to do it to us on the slide. We trying to squeeze it in and get back into the drill. That was the hardest part, just like the conditioning part of it. But and then after the pro days, you start going to like different facilities, meeting with coaches, meeting with like GMs and stuff like that, and trying to be buttoned up and trying to put on the best face you got. And then after that, it's the draft. And, mine was in Dallas, so I flew down to Dallas that Monday. The draft was on Thursday. This is like a week long of events and just different like parties and stuff. And draft day is just one of the most nerve-wracking days of your life.
Yeah.
I went 5, bro, but it seemed like I was in that green room for 3 hours just waiting. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean,
you
it-
had Water Gavin shirt on your path to the draft thing. I was like,
Yeah.
man, that's what's up,
You
bro.
know, I got you, dog.
You know what I'm saying? You know, so
For sure.
that's my dog right there, man.
So it sounds like the process is like the audition, before the audition, before the audition.
Yeah,
like,
exactly,
like
exactly.
it's like never ending test. But when you got up on that stage, like, what was your emotions like? What was it like? You know, I would imagine your parents were there in the crowd or whatever, like
Yeah.
just embracing that moment and cherishing that with them.
Yeah, so honestly, the day before was the hardest day for me, like, because it was
Yeah.
like all the emotions came out. Like, I'm here, my family's here, I had my high school friends, I had my high school coaches, like everybody. We had dinner together, and I just broke down crying. Like, this is like what we all been right here waiting on, and now it's here. And then the day of, it's kind of you expect to be drafted and stuff like that, so it's a little bit easier. But just it was like a sigh of relief, like just getting to it and getting in the backstage and sitting down and having the suit on, and you just like, all right, I know where I'm gonna be in a couple hours, just chill, relax, and it's gonna be all good. And ended up being to Denver, and so I mean it's just been great since.
I know you had people hitting you up off the woodworks, like, oh man.
Yeah, what's crazy is so like on the broadcast, like sometimes at the ticker it had like who they picked already. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
people were texting me. I'm like, why is my phone blowing up? And then it started ringing, and I was like, oh, snap 303. Denver, hello? And then it just popped off like that. It was crazy.
That's
all
kind of
right.
cool. So I really feel bad for like the athletes right now. Like, unfortunately, their draft experience
Yeah.
is not going to be the same because
Right.
of COVID.
COVID,
So
yeah.
you came out at a good time and
Yeah,
a
it was
fortunate
perfect.
time. Yeah, because I just couldn't imagine like being in that position. You're grateful because you're going to the league. You're going to
Yeah.
get paid nonetheless. But
100%.
the experience,
Yeah.
you don't get that full throttle going through it. And imagine they're still going to go through these tough training
Yeah.
camps. And then on the other side, you know, they're at home
Right.
like last year being zoomed in on from their living room. So
Yeah, that
I feel like that takes away from the experience a little bit, unfortunately.
Yeah, it definitely does.
Yeah, me and my mom was talking about it because, you know what I'm saying, she remembers it. She always talks about it around draft time, and it's kind of unique in their own way. Like, they had their own story about how their draft process went. So, I mean,
That's
it's,
perspective.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's still cool because, like, I was in the 2020 class. We had to stay at home and do it. Like, it's different, but, you know what I'm saying, they still got something to hold their hat on. I feel like it's pretty cool.
Yeah, you had a good season, bro. Like your rookie season and everything, bro. I'm like, dang, he killing it. Because I remember they was trying to talk about like how you wasn't getting that much sacks when you first came in. I'm like, bro, you gotta allow that man to like adjust to the game.
Bro, it's
bro.
16
Like,
games, and they was mad at me over 4 games. I'm like, bro, I'm just starting.
They want you to get 5 sacks
Yeah.
within the first 2 games. I'm like, God damn. Like,
Yeah, man.
I get y'all paying them millions of dollars, but
I feel
damn.
like it was pressure, like a lot of pressure put on you.
I wouldn't say from like my organization or anything. I would say more from the outside. And like coming in, bro, I used to, after every game, after every practice, after everything, I used to check Twitter, search my name just to see what people saying, just see what people saying, and add that pressure to myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And by my second year, third year, I realized that's not what football is. I don't care what these people say. I'm doing my job.
You're doing it your whole life,
at the end of the day, I know what I bring to the table, and I can't let these other people tell me. But my rookie year, that was probably the hardest thing, was that outside pressure from me bringing it to myself. You know what I'm saying? Going on Twitter, searching my name, see what people saying, and that was the pressure. Like everybody, we drafted this guy 5. He has 1 sack in 4 games. And I'm like, bro.
And they at home, not
And
doing
you
that
at home,
themselves.
like,
They're
Everybody
good.
want to be commentators.
Yeah.
But like y'all don't understand how hard this really is. Like, you know what I'm saying? If it was easy, bro, everybody would do it. But you're not doing it. So, you know what I'm saying? Be in your lane and let me do what I do. You feel what I'm saying?
I think that's the beauty of media, though, social media and stuff. That is like, you get to hear different perspectives from people who one have never played football, and sometimes I think like, what is going through their mind when they're watching these professional people that are making all this money for you to come to this analysis that they already suck based off of 4 games.
Right. Like,
It's like that.
Like,
I just made it to the best league in
Right.
the world.
Yeah.
And you trying to
And
That's
I'm
up.
trash.
I'm terrible.
I'm like,
I was-
what have you done? I want to know. Like, did you even play in high school?
Yeah,
Like,
I think that's the most interesting part about social media. I would be like, are they looking at this man's physique? Are they looking at the upside that could come from him or anything like that? Or are they just solely paint this narrative based off of the games that you play and like that's that?
Yeah, and then I feel like also social media just allows people to be tough guys behind their phone. Like they know nobody's gonna confront them.
Yeah,
and,
fake
and
tough
face
guys,
to face.
right.
Twitter fingers.
Twitter fingers, exactly. And they can say whatever and hide behind a black screen and a fake username. You know what I mean? So
Right.
it's just
because as soon as they see you, they want to take a picture with
right. Oh, Chubb. Oh, what's that? Right, nah, bro.
you. Nah, I don't
Exactly.
even want to do all that, man.
Exactly.
So, like, what's your, like, obviously we know that you had, like, the ACL injuries and all that stuff like that. What kept you at peace, you know, throughout that whole process, even in high school and, you know, when you tore your ACL, even in the league? What
Well,
kept you at peace?
also talk about your ACL
Yeah,
tear.
I didn't
because
talk
you
about the
didn't
second one.
mention
Yeah,
that.
Facts.
Yeah. So the second one, so after I got through my rookie year, had 12 sacks, and me and Vaughn were
You had
like,
12 sacks your rookie season.
That's what I'm saying. They was mad at
The
4
first 4 games. They was like,
First
I'm
of all,
just
we got
getting
12
warmed
got 12
up.
more to
Like,
go, man.
Do you know how hard it is to get 12
You know what I'm
sacks,
saying?
bro?
Exactly, bro.
It's
And
hard to
then-
get that in high school.
And they was mad at me at 4 games. I'm like, bro, come on. And so, what's it called? I end up, you know what I'm saying, having that good offseason and wanted to come back my second year, like, killing it. Like, I'm about to, because after my rookie year, I thought I should have been a Pro Bowler, but I got an alternate, which means, like, if somebody went down, I was going to be the next man up.
Okay.
But I feel like I was, you know what I'm saying, should have been the first man up, regardless. That's just, you know what I'm saying, how I am. And so that second year, I came in, I was like, all right, there's going to be no doubt. I'm going to be all pro. I'm going to do all this. And I had a slow 4 games, first start in the 4 games. I had 1 sack in the first 4 games. And in that 4th game, again, bro, the exact same day I tore my high school one, 7 years later, tore my ACL again in that 4th game. And
That's crazy.
yeah, and
The
I was
same
The
same
day.
exact
7
day.
years later.
Crazy.
7 years later.
And they had a 7 on your knee.
So yeah, so check this out. So check this out. I was looking down because so my first incision was right here. Because I was young, they went through my hamstring, went all the way up here, and you know usually people get ACL surgery like
Yeah,
down here.
it's just straight down the
Yeah,
knee.
so that was my second one. So my first one like that, and my second one like that, and I tore my ACL on the same 7 days apart. And I looked down on my scar one day, I'm like, yo, what is that? It makes a 7. Like it looks like a 7. So I'm
That's
like, hold
crazy,
on,
but you know 7 is the number of perfection.
that's what I'm saying. And that, as I'm going through my rehab process, I noticed that. I noticed like, okay, all this, and that's kind of what pushed me on my second one because I knew I got through my first one and all the things that happened off my first one. I got to college. Wasn't able to go to college. Was able to make it to the NFL. Was able to inspire so many people. I was like, all right, this is all it is again. I just got to do it all over
It's a
again.
minor
Right.
setback.
Yeah, it's minor setback. I already know I could get past it. Might as well just do it again. So, and then COVID hit as I was doing the rehab process, so that really helped me out. Like I wasn't feeling like I was missing out on off season or anything. Everybody was doing what I was doing. It was just at the house working out.
It wasn't even
Yeah,
the off season.
yeah, exactly.
Wow.
So I just took that upon myself. Like, all right, I'm gonna just go in there and kill it every day and make sure I'm 100% good for the season. And that's what I did.
Can you talk about where we're going to rewind to your college days? You broke a sack record. I would like to hear about that.
Yeah, so
Facts.
yeah, I broke.
So you just move past that. Like,
Yeah, I don't know, bro. I broke the sack record at NC State, 26 and a half. It was one of the dope moment because at the time, you know what I'm saying, I'm in the game playing and
you didn't notice that you did it.
Yeah, not really thinking. And then my coach came up to me. Coach Patrick came up to me on the sideline. He was like, "Congratulations!" Punched me on the chest. I was like, "What you congratulate me on?" And so we get into the locker room. My coach brings the ball out. It was like, "Chubb just broke the NC State sack record," and everybody started going crazy. I remember, I was like,
remember
"Man!"
that.
Did you know that you were close to breaking the record?
I knew I was close,
at all?
but I didn't know how close I was. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I only beat it by half a sack. So
Damn.
Hey, it don't matter. It's
It don't matter as long as
is that still your record?
yeah, it still
Okay.
is. Yeah,
You know,
still
Art
is.
Norman was almost going to beat that joint.
Yeah, Art
That
was like second.
literally, he was
yeah.
literally second. And the UNC game, I know he was so hurt.
Yeah.
Like, he missed that joint. That,
I remember,
the UNC
bro.
Game.
I
I'm
remember.
Like, man, he about to break this joint.
Yeah, man, it's crazy.
Then you was probably gonna be like, well, I gotta break that again because
Yeah,
they gonna
exactly.
have my record.
Exactly. Nah, I remember when you came out, I was like, dang, that's crazy, bro. They realized, dropped that man name down. I said, yeah,
It was dope for sure.
Troy in the Hall of
Yeah, that is tough. Like in the record books at your school that you went to, when you go back there, what type of memories like do you think of automatically? Have you been back in a while?
I haven't been back in a while because last year I was hurt and this year with COVID. But my rookie year, I was fortunate enough to have them like honor my jersey. So I was up in the stadium and like the patch, the number 9 jersey has a patch with me and Mario Williams' name on it. So when I go back, it's just like, man, all the things that led up to that point and led up to where I was today. You know what I mean? All the emotions come back, and remember the times we were in the weight room with Coach Thunder pushing the prowler and on the field doing that program and like just
we were
everything.
getting in fights.
Yeah, just everything.
Getting fights us run gashes and stuff.
It just
Like you like, man, it's football, man. It's football.
I used to fight every day in practice just to start it off, just to see what people would say.
That's
you know
what
I mean?
football is to me. It's a big ass fight.
That's
When I be watching on TV, I be like, do you
Especially in the
just
trenches.
They be so
him like that?
turned. Like, I mean, so.
No, it just blows me because I'm like, just let that man hit you like that. and it's like, it looks aggressive. Y'all be in each other's faces talking and stuff like that.
I know on the
I be
field
like,
be
nah,
crazy.
you gonna have to see me after
Yeah.
this because I'm nah.
sometimes it gets to that point.
Sometimes
it gets to that
football
point.
looks like a big fight to me. Like
Yeah.
every single game, I just be like,
Especially like at my position, having to go against one person each snap, like having to hit somebody and having to like that one-on-one battle with that one person.
Y'all gotta say something after every
have
play.
to. I'll
be like, dog, come on now.
Every time. Like if I get beat, that was lucky. All right, say no more. Come back. And then I beat him. Exactly. Like I told you, I was lucky. Do it again. Do it again. You know what I'm saying?
They probably hate you.
Yeah, they for sure do.
That, bro,
It is what
when
it is.
Chubb would get mad, bro, he would turn into a whole completely different person. I'm like, yo, this man, he might be crazy.
That's how you
I
have to
think
be on the
all
football
football
field.
players are crazy,
Yeah.
to be honest.
And when I realized he was like a little loco a little bit, is we was losing. We lost a game, bro. Oh my gosh, this man Chubb came in the locker room, threw the helmet down. He's like, man, I'm tired of losing, bro. Like y'all didn't get this shit right for real. Like he just tripping.
I'm all for that type of
I've been
thing.
there.
Yeah, we all quiet. We like,
It was like,
Let's get this
like,
shit right.
Like I said, that coming into NC State, we were known to be losers. You know what I mean? Nobody looked at NC State as a team that, oh yeah, we got to play NC State. That's a win. You know what I mean? And
exactly.
Yeah,
We
I mean
just kept
that's
feeding
first of all
into that.
that's disrespectful. Anytime you go in there and people mark you off as an
Right.
easy W,
Right.
that is
When
disrespectful.
they make you the homecoming game.
Yeah.
Oh man,
And that's the thing,
that's
bro.
That's what Clemson did.
yeah, and we almost beat them on
By a
homecoming,
kick.
and we missed the field goal. And that's the game I snapped. You know what I'm saying? We was the homecoming game. We supposed to go in there.
Yeah, when
and-
you the homecoming game,
Yeah.
you're like, nah, that's not. Nah.
ain't about to
Yeah.
Because
disrespect
teams
them.
think like, yeah, we about to kill them.
they think it's sweet.
we about to go have fun.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Exactly.
You're not about to do us like that, nah, fool.
That's why I got so mad because, like you said, it was the homecoming
For
game,
the senior night.
and we were right there to win it. You know what I mean? So
Nah, if you lose on your senior night, that's upsetting.
Yeah, that's
I've
wild.
never experienced in high school and in college. No, I didn't lose on senior
You
night.
lose on senior night?
No, I was
did.
not going like
I
that.
did.
My last year.
But
My
I'm
last
balled out
year.
though. I'm balled out, but I lost.
I'm pissed.
No, every year I was at Sacred Heart. Whoever we played, we always won on senior night. So I was there for 4 years. We won every single time on senior night for our seniors. And then in high school, I won on senior night too.
Dang.
Yeah.
See, that's tough. Cause I was like, when we was in school, bro, we made it to a bowl game every year. Now our season wasn't like the best, but we made it to a bowl game every year. So
we got better each year. Like, It was a better bowl game. And we were getting our record was getting.
So
better
like
each
my
year.
last year, I'm like, dang, we ain't make it. I'm like, dang, that joint y'all like hurt my feelings a little bit. Like no more bowl money, cause like the bowl money was sweet.
That's what you went to a bowl game for.
Exactly,
Bowl money.
like sweet and the gifts.
We
ain't get
went
none of that.
to the NIT twice. But we were so ungrateful at the time. Like, we would call it the losers tournament because the NCAA tournament is the big one. So we was like, oh, we playing in the losers tournament again. Like, we were so ungrateful. But now that I look back, it's like people would have killed to play in the NIT.
NIT for sure.
Yeah,
Right.
So at least y'all was making it to bowl games because some schools never.
For sure.
Like, literally.
One thing I will say about you, Chell, like even like being around you since, you know, we was in college, like your character has always been great, bro. Like just ultimate teammate, ultimate person. And I think that even beyond football, that's going to take you a long way in life. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people will speak on like your leadership. And I think without your leadership during that time, I don't know how far like we would have got as a football team. You feel what I'm saying?
Sure.
So, you know, people can say what they want, you know, in regards to like the emotion. Because when you're passionate about something, the emotion going to come out.
Right.
You know, but in regards to a human being and being a young man and conducting yourself as that all the time, man, you definitely did that for sure. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely give you your credit on that.
For sure.
What's your like interest outside of like football, if you have any?
Bro, I'm actually starting like trying to find my interest, honestly, bro. Because I mean, I was on the move for so much like this past couple of years and doing the rehab and coming off the rookie season. I was just moving all over the place, trying to do this, trying to do that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to like sit back and like really find what my interest is. I think I'm starting to like get into photography, bro. Honestly, because I've been seeing photographers like really snap them pics and go off with it. I'm like, yo, I feel like I could do that if I really sat down and like put my mind to it. I feel like I could do that, and so I feel like. I'm saying stuff like that, photography. I'm trying to get into like real estate on like the business side of things.
Oh,
and,
yeah, that's a great field.
Yeah,
That's
for
what's
sure.
up.
So I'm
Side
trying to like
hustle, really, because
I'm
a
just
lot
trying
of
to-
people have a main job and do real estate.
That's
for
crazy.
sure.
You know, one of the laws is find your purpose outside your sport. We feel as though like, you know, athletes need to do that because your athletic background is more of a platform. It's not your purpose.
Right.
Because if it was your purpose, you'll be able to do it forever.
Right.
But you can't. It's a platform for you to find your purpose. And I think that, you know, you figuring out like, all right, these are the things that I'm interested in, it's going to take you far. Because you understand that your football career won't last forever. But if you could find that now.
body's over with.
Exactly.
Not that long.
You know what I'm saying? That's what's up, bro. But we know you got the Chubb Foundation.
Yep.
What was the mission behind that?
So yeah, my brother, he was like the main one to jump start it because I told you he went to the NFL first, and so I was still in college. I couldn't really do too much with the NCAA stuff and like raise money for it and stuff like that. So he was doing all that, handling it. And when I got out, we sat down and figured out what we really wanted to do with it because we had the funds. We ended up raising the money for it and was like, what do we want to do with this? And he came up with the idea that like we wanted to use our platform to like activate human potential. And by saying that, we're professional athletes. People gonna look up to us regardless. People gonna like find their inspiration in whatever we do. So we might as well make it easy for them. Go out in the community and actually help these kids out and actually like put that extra step forward to let these kids know that it doesn't matter. Like if you could be a football player, yeah, but that's not the biggest thing in life. The biggest thing in life is giving back to people in order to help them find their purpose. And I feel like we started doing that after my rookie year. I mean, before my rookie year, we had our first camp. That's when the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta kind of like first opened, and we had like kids from low-income homes and bad neighborhoods. We had them in there, and like they probably will never be able to go in there again. You know what I mean? We just had them in there just running around and just jumping up and down. It's not, you know what I'm saying, having the most fun they could possibly have. And so we saw that. We saw everything that came from that, and we was like, all right, that's the football side. What can we do to like off the field side? Like these kids know that football is there. They could play that, blah, blah, but what can they do off the field? So after my rookie year, we ended up having like a pitch night. We got together and we wanted to do like a Shark Tank type thing with these kids that like it was first grade through 7th grade, I believe. And so like the same kids in those lower income families and stuff. And we asked them, the prompt was, what do you think your neighborhood could use to better it and to, you know what I'm saying, to move your people forward and stuff like that. And the ideas we were getting from the kids were crazy, man. These first graders thinking of like one of the kids was saying that it was a group of kids saying that they wanted to invent a gun that you had to have your fingerprint on because they had so many shootings in the neighborhood with stolen guns and stuff. Like, it had to have your fingerprint before you even pulled the trigger. Like, just stuff like that.
That is dope.
That's what I'm saying.
Yo, these kids are smart.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
and you get this out
of
of a first grader and a second grader, and they think of stuff like this.
I wonder if that's on a game or something, like
Right.
Call of Duty.
That's
or
what I'm
anything
saying.
like that.
that's
Or
on
like
the movie.
They got it from something.
That's on a movie. What happened to Monday?
Oh,
that is?
On
Yeah, I
Netflix.
just watched
I
that.
saw that movie.
I just
Yeah,
watched
that
that
movie's
too.
dope.
She had to
It was
chop
really
the
dope.
dude's finger off and use his finger to shoot the gun.
Shoot the guy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that joint was tough. But if he came up with that idea before that movie
Yeah, I
came
gotta
out,
say.
so
Yeah.
he may need that bread. But tell that man run his checkup, bro.
No, but just to like see the creativity these kids had, because like even the problems in their community that they feel like they could help solve. So it was just dope to get off the football side and off the sports side, because like I said, that the sports, you could play sports, but like that's not what's gonna be there for forever. So and we just did this camp again after that year and that summer, and then with COVID kind of slowed things down. But I've been trying to actually this past March we got an essay contest right now about it's like the same like demographic of kids, and essay contest like, but what are you grateful for, and how can you help bring people along like with you in your life and whatever you do. So we're waiting on the responses for that, and got a jersey for the kids, whoever wins. And it's just like, I'm saying, something cool that these kids could keep engaged with and not go out and think they could, oh, my friend's doing this, I'm gonna go do this. I actually got this essay to do. I'm gonna do this and sit down and lock in and focus and stuff like that. So that's what our main thing is.
Dope.
That's tough, man. I feel like you are a mentor to those kids, you know, and the things that you're doing for them is creating a bigger impact more than you even know. You know, that's probably changing their life in so many different ways. And, you know, we had a talking, even when I talked to like Brandon, Marshall and all that, talking about, you know, mentorship and everything. Somebody has to teach you these things, you know. You speak on your family, you speak on your brother, but was there anybody from an athletic standpoint, like whether it was a teammate or so, like it could be Von Miller, whoever, that helped guide you to where you are today?
I'd say my like training coach from when I was coming out of high school, you know what I'm saying? He was always like, it was always football and always trying to like get ready for the next thing, but it was always, he was like my uncle. Him and my dad were best friends, and I always, my dad would tell him if I had something going on, and he would always be there. Because sometimes you don't want to tell your dad stuff. You don't want to talk to your dad about certain things. And so it was like another father figure I could talk to, and it was dope because he helped me out with a lot, man, mentally and like physically. So that was one person I went to for a lot of stuff for sure.
That's what's up, bro. That's what's up. So like, to piggyback off to like the league thing, right? How can I ask this question? Let me read it. I'm gonna give it down. You feel what I'm saying? Like, what would you tell somebody, right, that would want to be in your shoes, the number 5 draft pick in 2018 draft, going forward? Like, with everything that you know, what would you tell somebody? All right, look, if you really want to get in this position, I need you to do this. Like, I need you to do this, that, and the third.
I would say find one thing that like helps you stand out and lock in on that one thing, because we in the NFL, bro. Everybody's fast, everybody's strong, everybody could been playing football since they were 6. Like, everybody's doing this, you know what I mean? So what's one thing that's gonna set you apart from the next guy? And for me, that was my motor. Like, I never stopped. Like, no matter what, I was gonna go to the ball and make sure I was the first person at the ball. And even if I wasn't the first person, I was gonna be the second or third, and I was gonna make sure I got my, you know what I'm saying, I put my shoulder in there somehow to make sure, you know what I'm saying, that person felt me. So I feel like if you just find one thing that help you stand out, you know what I'm saying, it takes you off
Work
from
on
that
that one thing, right?
Yeah,
Facts. We don't understand it, like, why, you know, in the NFL don't last for long, right? All right, we understand it, but like, what keeps you from making it, but also when you're there, what keeps you from being in the game that long?
Yeah, for sure. I feel like what keeps people from making it is, I feel like what keeps people from making it is the fact that, like, they think it's easy, you know what I mean? Like, they think it's easy, they think
things like high school.
They think it's like high school. They think they could do whatever and get by and still gonna work out for them. You know what I mean? And like I said, you got to find something that make you stand out from the next person. So if 100 people think, oh, it's gonna be easy, it's gonna be the same thing, and one person think, no, it's not, I'm gonna do this differently, that one person's gonna make it. And just like it's a 1% chance that, you know what I'm saying, you make it to the NFL out of high school and stuff like that. So I feel like that's what keeps people from making it, is they think it's easy and they don't think that they got to put the work in to get there.
Right.
And when they get there, I feel like people not staying in their lane kind of messes them up. Like, you got Von Miller, you got people who make $25 million a year, Russell Wilson making, you know what I'm saying, Patrick Mahomes making $50 million a year. They could take private jets. They could go to San Jose for 3 weeks and not have to worry about anything.
Yeah,
but
you got some people doing it for the flex and not saving up their bread.
Exactly, and they see Mahomes doing that. They see Von doing that. They're like, oh, I could do that too.
Right.
And boom, now you don't have any money in the bank. Now you wasted 3 weeks of training that you could have been training, but you out spending all your money doing all this, and now it's time to really show the product on game day. And now it's nothing. You didn't put the work in, and now you don't have anything to show. So I feel like that's what keeps people from staying in the league is not staying in their own lane.
Hey, man, that's what's up. I hope everybody learn from that for real. Sure. Don't be out here spending money like you're a first-round draft pick.
But I feel like it's easy to say that, too, though, because, like, a lot of these people, they never really seen that. Like, I mean, they never really touched that kind of bread.
Right.
So when
that's for sure. That's for sure. What like it's another
peer
thing,
pressure.
but that's another example of having somebody in your corner to help you, like, and making those mistakes that made those mistakes in the past, and like, yo, slow down. Like, you're not there yet. Like, when you get there, you can do this, but you're not there yet.
I wouldn't say it's peer pressure. I would say a lot comes from our generation.
What we see,
media
it's
and
crazy.
what you see.
It's like I'm supposed to do this.
I want to do that. Or some dudes, they rent stuff for the weekend and acting like it is theirs.
Right.
Going to Miami with the drop top. You rented that from the airport. Like,
Right.
that's, you know.
Exactly.
But when you say that's actually like a form of peer pressure, though, because if you see things on social media, you feel like I need to be living that. Like why can't I live that lifestyle? Or if I see, if I'm Chubb and I see Von Miller, like, buying all this stuff, like, and I'm next to him, why can't I? Or my other teammates. So it's like I feel pressure to
I don't
want to be a part of that because I feel like I deserve it.
I think there's a better word for that because you are putting yourself in that situation. Nobody is peer pressuring you directly doing that unless the people in your corner are saying, hey, Mo, let's go do this, blah, blah, blah.
Now, I heard
let's get the Airbnbs. That's different.
Right.
So I feel like it's how it,
and
how you look at it.
But sometimes that happens.
Sometimes it is that you got your homeboy from back at home that just came up there to live with you and, hey, bro, let's go to blah, blah. All right, I mean, we can. Let's
they want you to pay for
You
it.
gotta have a balance.
I feel like, if anything, that's peer pressure. I feel like when people are doing stuff because they see it on social media, that's imitation. Yeah. And that's just 100%. Trying to be like everybody else, in a sense.
Facts.
When you don't have to necessarily do that, but you want the blue check. You want your inbox to look different so you can have certain girls in there and stuff like that. You know, I'm hip a little bit.
Okay, Ty, you
What you got going on? The general and the primary messages.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I understand.
That's what's up.
And that's the distinction that I feel like athletes want, men want, and even women. You know, you want to be able to slide into celebrities' DMs or whatever and stand out from the rest. And I feel like if that's what you want to do, that's okay, but you have to understand the repercussions in the long run.
You can do that, but just know you got a job to take care of too.
And
you gotta have some balance, but like you supposed to have fun. Like y'all, y'all, like you said, it's the 1%. Like you feel me? Like it's the 1%, bro. Like you have to enjoy yourself, but at the end of the day, just like in college, like we can go out. But just tomorrow morning at 6 a.m., we got a lift.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. You better not miss that lift.
You can be a regular person, but you got to do something the next day.
Yeah,
so,
I think it's like it's living by your means and understanding that I don't have this big check yet, but what are some other side hustles I can do as well in that process and not just, I'm a football player, I got money right now, this money looking good, so let's go spend it, and then boom, next thing you know, you're cut or something, or, unfortunately. And I'm probably pretty sure that probably happens.
Nail on the head. You got guys that, like, I'm not calling anybody out, but they in Miami for the whole off season. They say they working out, but they might work out once, twice a week, and now it's time for camp. That product, what you been working on, like the product not showing up on the field, and boom, now you cut. Now you looking for a job. Now you get it. Now you trying to lock in. Now you want to put the work in, and now you see everybody. Oh, it's not waiting on me at all. So now I gotta, go get it. But at that point, it's too late.
Dang, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. So, like, what are your goals for, like, the future?
Bro, honestly, I just want to make sure that my future kids, my family is straight. They don't need anything. And, like, professional goals, I for sure want to be a Hall of Famer. You know what I mean? I want to win Super Bowls. I want to do all that. But I want to make sure that everybody in my corner is 100% good for life. You know what I mean? And whether that's me having to you know what I'm saying, save all my money and not spend anything now, I'm going to make sure I do that because at the end of the day, my kid's not going to want for nothing. My mom not going to want for nothing. My dad not going to want for nothing. My brother not going to want for nothing. And I'm going to be right there trying to help everybody else. So that's my main goal is to make sure everybody in my corner is taken care of.
That's tough, bro. That's tough, bro. That's real. You know what I'm saying? Just make sure, you know, when you're going in that Hall of Fame direction, you know, you keep taking them towels how you was taking them towels in college.
I got you, dog.
I don't know where that came from. What the hell made you want to do that?
Bro, because just, you know what I'm saying? I'm annoying, bro. I'm a little brother. Like,
yeah.
I know how to annoy people. You know what I mean? I'm a little brother. Like
what position? He like, yeah, that's that towel. I'm going to go ahead and take that.
So what happened, the first time it ever happened was like the Notre Dame game. Like somebody was talking to me. I was like, bro, shut up. Took his towel and like I saw how mad he got.
Oh, you take the other player's towel.
I thought you was taking towels from the locker room.
I was like,
no, if it's hanging on you, it's mine. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like, I'm
gonna get it back.
And y'all don't fight?
I'm gonna throw it over to the sideline. You ain't gonna see it again. You gonna have to get another towel from your equipment guy.
Nah.
Yeah, he was real live doing that. Like one time, I think you took it from it was a Clemson game. You took it and they tried to take it back from you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So in that game, that's the game that like everybody was talking about. Like I was taking it and he was just like he was being like crying about it. Like, yo, let me get my towel. All right, it's bothering you. It's gonna take you out your game. I'm gonna keep doing it. All right, keep doing this. And then he started trying to react to it. I'm like, yo, all right, I'm gonna keep doing it. So I just had to, you know what I'm saying, my little tactic.
Your little,
that is hilarious.
I haven't done it in a while. You know what I'm saying? I might do it every now and then, but that was mainly like what I did.
His flops during the game was hilarious. Like, you know how like LeBron James, you know, you fouled him. Man, that happened during Syracuse, and you rolled on the field. He rolled literally like 10 yards down the field.
I got the penalty, too. Moved him back.
Do you have a video of you taking towels?
Oh,
yeah, it's a
Did you
video.
report or anything?
I got you.
Or
It's a video.
I need to see it.
It's everywhere. Like, they literally, bro, that was on ESPN, like him taking the towels. I'm like, I cannot believe he
was on like those little sports shows. Like, should he be doing this? I'm like, bro, come on.
The way you explained it, though, is hilarious because it seems like you thoroughly enjoyed it.
I did. I 100% did. And I saw how mad it was making them, and he was getting out his game a little bit. I was like, all right, I mean, if that's going to help us win, I'm going to do that.
That is hilarious.
Goodness gracious, bro. So, we could tell that you're a family guy, man. You know, your character is everything, and the things that you stand for means a lot to you. But you also come from a historic background, bro. Like, you know, y'all got the Chubb location.
Chubb Town.
Chubb land or something.
To be honest, bro.
Chubb land.
Chubb land. It's Chubb Town. Wasn't it? I was reading this like, it was like the only black town like in during the Civil War, right?
They were freed slaves and they were self-sufficient and all that. And bro, honestly, I didn't know any of this. Like my dad would tell us about it, but we like, man,
he was young.
Chubb Town, yeah, all right, you just got a town in it. You're not talking about nothing. You know what I mean? He lying. And like my junior year of high school, I end up, you know, Nick Chubb, the running back for the Cleveland Browns. I end up meeting him. You know what I'm saying? Because we were cousins, but I heard about him, he heard about me, so we actually wanted to meet each other. So we got a chance to meet.
When did y'all first meet?
Going into my senior year of high school. That was our first time
you didn't know that y'all were cousins?
Not at all.
Yeah, he was a dog.
Until he started balling and I started balling, we wanted to meet each other. You know what I mean? So
cool.
Yeah, it was dope. Tough. And then at that same time, I started learning more about Chubb Town because he's kind of stayed over in that area. I mean, we used to go to my grandma's house all the time. It was kind of in that area, but we never like went to Chubb Town. You know what I mean? And my dad used to always tell us about it. And one day, my brother was home from school, and we was like, "Yo, let's go up there. Let's see what it's like." And you get down, and it's in the country. It's honestly nothing there now, but back then you could just see like the buildings and stuff that were there, and it's a church still there, creek, it's a cemetery. My grandfather was buried there. So when you on the site, you just feel it, like you just feel something different. You know what I mean?
How that motivate you?
It motivated me a lot, bro, because it let me know that the name on the back of my jersey mean way more than just like what I think it is. You know what I mean? It's bigger than me, and I kind of had to revisit that in college. Honestly, when I was messing around in my freshman year and in my sophomore year, like I went back again with my dad because we just went up there just to do it, and it kind of gave me a whole new look on life. Like, all right, like I have a bigger purpose in this world just to be messing off in college and doing all this. Like I got a bigger purpose, and so
legacy. Yeah,
for sure, and it helped push me for sure.
That's what's up, bro. That's what's up, man. Oh man, dang, that's what's up, bro. Yeah. I'm proud of you, bro.
Appreciate you, fam.
I'm real like for real, bro. I'm proud of you, man. But you know, like I said, bro, we really appreciate having you on the show, man.
I appreciate y'all having me for sure.
I think that you really inspired a lot of people, especially women and men that probably went through the same injuries as you, and how you bounced back from it, and and just understanding that your character and your name is everything. So, make sure you're doing the things that you need to do when you protecting your name, and your character. So, man, we really appreciate having you on the show, man.
Sir, appreciate
y'all. And we appreciate you so much that we have a gift for you.
Oh, okay.
Exactly.
We give to all of our guests.
Yeah. Let's
the
grab
infamous
that
red bag that
goodness gracious.
My man's gonna bring over to us to give to you. Or whatever. So we got this red bag for you.
What's in the bag? What's in the bag?
You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate it.
So we got some headphones for you. You know what I'm saying? Boom.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. These actually right here. If you're a gamer, you play games and all that. You know what I'm saying?
I had a lot of free time.
You know what I'm saying? Little 15 minutes. They got you a hoodie too.
Yeah.
They got you a hoodie too. You know what I'm saying? And then we got you a nice little note card from Law Athlete.
Yes, sir. Appreciate
man. But we definitely appreciate having you on the show, bro.
I appreciate y'all having me for sure. I'm glad I got a chance to.
Oh yeah, don't forget, like, comment, subscribe. Law Athlete that way, and that's law.
That's the law.